Hello, I'd like to introduce you to Drash or Drake Kaiser. I don't know. That's probably some sort of pronunciation that I'm doing incorrectly there or something like that. I don't know. 2,000 battle account, so survived several band waves, and he's extremely good in every vehicle. Obviously, he's a German main, so he has a lot of vehicles, but you know, he's got a couple premiums in his lineup. So he's that one. He's got that one. He's got the M46 Tiger. You know, couple ones that make the most sense to have in his lineup, but you know, he's already at, you know, high tier, and of course he's absolutely terrible at high tier somehow, but, you know, that shouldn't be that obvious with cheaters and stuff like this, and he's also in a Chinese squadron that actually has a decent rank to them. So, yep, in a ranked squadron and fully abusing the product, fully abusing the game for the cheats. Now, I want to give a little update for my week right now, actually the next 2 weeks. So obviously, at least in the U.S., Labor Day is in like 2 weeks. I think it's Labor Day or Memorial. I always forget the holidays. But there's a holiday in 2 weeks in America, and this time of year for me, especially work-wise, is always extremely busy. I have run into the point where at least around these major holidays, I have tons of work going on in my actual job, as well as the fact that I have, what's it called? I have actual work going on as well as the fact that I have, so a couple of my friends discovered that I have a 3D printer, and I have been commissioned to do 3D print projects. Before anyone asks, I do not have an online shop and probably won't ever have an online shop. So that's just, I do a lot of local projects for friends and family and anyone that discovers I have a printer. So I have real work stuff as well as commissions that I'm effectively working on, and that's keeping me extremely busy for the next couple of weeks. So if my if my upload schedule is kind of hit or miss the next couple of weeks or days, you'll know that's probably why. Generally, I try to keep my daily schedule, but obviously I didn't upload a video for Monday this week because, as the aforementioned says, I am extremely busy right now with real-world scenarios and stuff going on. So the general thing is if you don't see me upload for a couple days, I'm not giving up on this. I'm just gone. Life happens, stuff happens. If you have a real, 40-hour, 50-hour, actually in my case right now I'm at like 60 hours a week, which is so fun, but yeah, so life is busy, stuff like that. So just note that the player ID and replay that I ask for all still is working. I just currently am not able to fulfill it in a timely manner. I do mark all my names down right now. I have a couple of players that have been requested that are like 30 to 40 to 50,000 battle accounts, and I am actually going to be working with somebody else on that to do multiple investigations because higher level accounts, or at least higher time accounts, tend to be harder to look at. I have 2 people that have said that these potential cheaters are like, one of them is like a YouTube Cup champion, which if that's the case and he's actually a cheater, that would be pretty crazy considering he's also a live streamer. So I am going to ask somebody else to help me with that because I generally need second opinions when it comes to players like that, and I always have to make sure that, I'm not just being biased. In general, if I do replays like that, if I ever do a replay of that, I will probably hide the name and then show the replay on my channel, not mentioning who the person is, and then give everyone's opinion on what it could or couldn't be. So that's a possibility, but like I said, it's probably going to turn into a me with a group effort to figure out someone else and see if I can figure out that whole thing. But you can see right here, this player, I think he gets a nuke in this game because it's just one of those things where this is top tier, where he's shooting at people through levels of smoke at everything. No one in chat, of course, says anything because people don't generally say in the chat these battles, but he's, blatantly cheating, and he's survived 2 band waves, and nothing's been done. I really am hoping BattlEye does something, and I don't even know what it is or isn't going to do. I know people will have their gripes against anti-cheats, but there was a game, I forget the name of the game. Actually, I think PlanetSide actually had a update for their anti-cheat recently that actually helps a ton, and it actually even helps with something as simple as like macros, which are some of the simple things to detect when it comes into games, and they apparently fully detect macros in the game, which is remarkable to me. So if that's the case, then that's a big improvement for just stuff going forward and how things are going to be improving going forward. So I'm hoping that companies, not just Gaijin, are doing a lot more for the community when it comes to trying to find cheaters in general. So I'm going to leave this here because this guy does get a nuke, and I'm not going to bother going with his nonsense. So as always, if you have a player in question you want to leave to me, it's player ID and the replay, as in the replay numbers and the URL, not the session ID, because session ID doesn't give me anything at all. And also, and the description of the replay that you saw. So as always, I hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, or night, and have a good one.